and welcome back to more Sonic Unleashed. Last time we arrived at Eggman Land, the final area of the game, and started the one of the most notorious stages in the entire game. So far so good, actually. We haven't died too many times. We're getting a net positive on lives, which I'm actually kind of amazed at, to be honest. Now that record up there, I don't know how to get that consistently. I think I actually have an idea. We have to bait this platform into extending, and then light dash to the left. Problem is we have a conveyor belt. This conveyor belt sucks, apparently. So I am going to opt... let's try it. I pushed the wrong button, so I actually went the wrong way. So no record for us. Again, we didn't even buy the gramophone yet, so we couldn't even use it, to be fair. I'm pretty sure there isn't an achievement... Oops. So that was just me being forgetful. So here we actually have to time this carefully, so we get through without clipping the little pink rotating disc things. I don't know what the canonical names for basically any enemy is. So blue springs, by the way, are quick time events. Red springs are just normal springs. Same way kind of applies to ramps, where the yellow ramps are QTEs and the normal ramps are just, you know, regular ramps. I'm not sure if I really talked about this yet, but you know, with Dimps making the Wii version of the game and the PS2 version by extension, it's kind of ironic to me that they ended up kind of being also the ones to bring Boost Sonic into 3D, because you know, Rush being the first Boost 2D Sonic game, and them making I hate this section. I think I actually need to focus, because this is very time sensitive. Never mind, I actually did do it. I thought I did it wrong and got sent on a loop. Yeah, it's kind of cool that they got to bring this into the 3D realm as well, at least for the past-gen systems. By the way, since the Hedgehog engine is a graphics engine, and from what I gather, not really a gameplay engine, the last-gen versions, or the non-HD versions, I should specify, do not use the Hedgehog engine. I wanna say Colors used like a heavily watered down version of the Hedgehog engine, but I may be mistaken. And I wanna say Lost World did too. Oddly enough, Lost World looks worse than this, if you ask me. So we have a shortcut here. We have like one chance to go for this, so I'm gonna try it. We can skip a nighttime segment if we do this. A laser field will appear at the bottom of the wall jump, so if you mess it up, you can only try it once. I mean, you can always die and reset, but that doesn't feel that worth it to me. So I'm glad we got a first try. We skip a Werehog level, which is fine by me. I mean, we have to switch back anyway. We are making good time, actually. I am very happy with this. Actually, I'm pretty sure we're getting close to the end. So, these walls are destructible. So there we go. I'll definitely keep that in mind. I'm pretty sure this isn't like an area where enemies keep spawning until you hit the switch, but that might be later. By the way, these fan blades are really terrible. If you hit one, you will continue to take damage, because oftentimes this happens, we just get kinda locked in. They don't do much damage, so it's more annoying than anything. Alright, welcome to my... what is it? I would say like the Werehog boiler room is my least favorite segment because of how slippery the platforming is. This room might be as bad, if not worse. This room is dumb. We have to defeat every enemy in this room. No, I am not kidding. Yes, it's as bad as it sounds. You have a spinning blade. I almost said a spinning span instead of a spinning fan. Yeah, we have I almost did it again. A spinning fan blade down there, meaning we can't land. We have these enemies, and again, like I've said before, this is no DMC or Bayonetta, so our aerial options are exceedingly limited. So it's just kind of painful. It's not fun to do this, and it's just kind of a time waster, a time sink. I say this as I'm actually doing pretty okay here. I remember being kind of stuck here on my first playthrough because I had no idea what I was even supposed to be doing. So yeah, conveyance I think was poor. This game has trouble with conveyance actually. Some segments need to be telegraphed better, like this, like having Chip be like, hey, defeat all the enemies, would be nice because otherwise it's hard to know what to do. I also don't like how handholdy some parts of the game are by comparison, so it's like they don't strike a good balance of telling you what to do when you might actually be confused. Like, I went back to Chunan Day to get a medal I missed, and I discovered that even after completing the level, you still get the little scene of Chip telling you how to air boost. It's like, really? It's like, you've already beaten this level. Also, yeah, blind jumps, that's a big no-no. I am in trouble. Case in point. It's like, where am I going? It's like, I kind of lost track of where I was, so I just kind of plummeted. But yeah, we're actually making pretty good time. I didn't think that would work. So you can land on the gear on the outside. I usually land for the pipe because I can see it. That feels dangerous. But the swing trail I'm going to trust, and it worked. Now, you can get stunned by these, because that can happen, where they can shoot you as you're grappling to them, and then you take damage, and then you may not be able to recover. So again, this game has a lot of weird annoyances. It's why I say I like the game, but, you know, it's so flawed, I can see why it's so disliked, if I'm being honest. Here's an obnoxious room if you don't know what you're doing. Points to me, who doesn't know what I'm doing. You're getting bombarded by infinite enemies, but you need to find a specific switch to progress. Luckily the enemies' AI were being really considerate and not constantly attacking me, so thank you, game, for actually being surprisingly nice in this one moment. Alright, so, I am a little surprised by this, but we are actually at the end. Not quite at the end, mind you, but we only have 2 more rooms left. By the way, there's friendly fire, I did not mention that at all. So, of course, we're getting towards the end, so it's gonna be really grating, because of course it is. We have a lot of enemies to fight through. Also, this camera angle is not working out well. Again, you often can't rotate the camera. This is as far as I can rotate it. So I couldn't even see the shockwaves coming because you don't have a lock on. And thus, I can't see when the boss is jumping. So again, a lot of things just fall apart in this level, I think. And I think that's why I would say, as much as now that I know what I'm doing, I can have fun with Eggman Land, I still agree with a lot of the reasons of why people hate it so much. It's long, it really accentuates how buggy the game can be, to be honest. Like, you know, the game, you can put up with a lot of the game's problems early on, once it's a bit easier. But now that we're in the hard stages, it's painfully apparent how clunky it gets at times. I'm not using the Unleashed gauge because we have another one to fight after this. Also, I rolled, but apparently you do not have iframes while rolling. So I got hit by the shockwave, which is preferable to getting hit by the jump and then the shockwave consecutively. So yeah, once it crouches down, I always move out of the way, because you will get hit twice, more often than not. That's probably low enough, right? Maybe not, I'm getting a little concerned. Okay, we did it. Cool. Alright, so we get a lot of experience, and the door opens. We have so many experience points, and not a whole lot to get out of using this experience at this point, because we only have one more combat room left of the level. And after this, we only have the final bosses left, so yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this experience. I am not confident about this. I'm going in with so little health. I'm gonna back up because the arm can hit you from behind. No, I don't understand why that makes sense. Also, I'm powered up at the moment, so like Unleashed and powered up, so that's a good combo. Nice. Pretty cool. Ow. So I have a concern. I've seen playthroughs of this game, and around this, like after this level there's a boss, and I've seen it crash on some people, so I'm a little worried going into this next boss fight, to be honest. We definitely have time for the boss, it's not that long. Okay, I cut that really close, but we did it. Let's hope it doesn't crash. I also don't know if I get a checkpoint between the two bosses, so I guess that's something we're gonna have to find out. I might have to replay the boss next time I try to record. 26 minutes is my best time when Eggman lands, so I am happy with that performance. We're gonna pump all of our experience into Sonic, because we're mostly going to be playing as Sonic for the rest of this playthrough. Spoiler, I suppose. We don't get much more mileage out of the Werehog at this point. Just as a heads up. There we go, max ring energy, and moving on.
The final Chaos Emerald. Back at last. This should put the world back to normal. Dark Gaia will go back to being sealed within the core, and my work will be done.
That's great, Chip.
Yup. Thank you, Sonic. It's all thanks to you. Yeah!
Sonic has restored the last of the Chaos Emeralds. Things should settle down around here before long.
That's right. Satellite footage confirms that the last piece is moving back into place.
That's wonderful. I'll await your safe return then. You can give me a full report over a plate of luscious cucumber sandwiches.
I'll be happy to fill you in, Professor.
Do you feel that?
Looks like you're a bit too late, Sonic.
Eggman!
Thanks to my wondrous technology, Dark Gaia is whole and complete. I harnessed its energy to put together this little creation. Behold, the Ultra Hyper Prototype 1! Crush them!